días.
No, you mean good morning.
Yes. Hi, I'm Leysa Carrillo, and on Instagram you can find me on Leysa Hair and Makeup, and also Forever Crossed by Leysa. And we are in where?
Miami, bitch.
With Colortrak.
And my name is Ricardo Jara, also known as Ricardo Jara Hair on Instagram, also known as the most ratchet bitch you've ever met. But we're here to slay some hair today.
What we're looking is just to give us some dimension on the ends, more like an ombre, and keeping the really dark color that she has. So we want to just enhance those curls, creating dimension with different tones. So now I'm mixing the liner before I apply it on my beautiful model over here, and the ratio is going to be 1 part of liner, 3 part of developer. And the reason I want to make it really runny, like you can see, is because when you work with curly hair, there is a lot of texture on these clients, and the cuticle is already raised, so it will help to penetrate better if it's liquidy. And I think that's the reason why we also mix 3 to 1. That is gonna basically dilute the liner. The liner is what it has the power. The developer is just an activator. So what I'm doing, I'm diluting the liner so it's more gentle for curly hair.
Okay, so I collabed with Colortrak and created this board with them. They were so amazing and made this bitch so beautiful. So you guys, a lot of you guys are not removing the film. Remove the film, no condom. Then you're gonna hold the board. Wherever you hold the board, you put it to the hair. So if your board is here, you're gonna wanna put your ring here, and you're gonna wanna put it here, because that way you don't have to ever let go of this like your man. So
now what we're gonna use are gonna be the long foils. And the reason why, because we're not gonna fold those foils, so we want them to be the length of the hair, what we're gonna work with.
nice and long. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a little bit of a thick weave, and then I'm leaving this out for dimension, because that's gonna give this more pop. Darkness brings the light out. Then I'm gonna tease her, tease her hair. I'll tease her later. Then you tease from here. The reason that I'm teasing, it creates diffusion in your look. That means all these little hood rats that I put up here, when they come down and I put the bleach all the way here, this is still dark, and it's gonna give you that blend. That way you have no lines, you don't have no cheetah marks, your girl ain't calling you back like, bitch, why is my hair looking all cheetah-ish? So the tease gives you more diffusion, the ankle gives you more diffusion, and I give you the baddest hair in the world. Okay, so it's always important to check your sections. If you're in the front, I always like to remove things, and it's important with curly hair to see the level of lift. Okay, so now, Leysa, nos gusta? Do we like where we are?
Yes, and another cute idea that I always think on my head, you use your body heat to lift the color. So always check those first foils that are touching your body, because they are gonna lift faster, right? So maybe the ones in the middle, they're gonna have a little more trouble to lift, right? So now we're gonna check for elasticity.
All right.
So for that, basically you wipe the whole section, and we're just gonna look for dimension. So you're gonna wipe the hair and all the liner with a dry towel, and then you're gonna squeeze, and you're gonna look for that elasticity. Even though you don't see the curls too tight, but you wanna make sure that it bounces, especially the ends. What you wanna talk about?
I wanna talk about teasing people. So we teased this, remember how we teased up all that hair and we brought it up right here? This is where that little haystack is living, right? And then this, when we brush it out with this nice little brush, we're gonna brush, and this tease, I'll show you right now, is going to give you a blend. See how that dark color is running into
the brown?
The brown. Now, guess what? You don't need to do a root melt no more, boo. She ready. She ready to go get 10 husbands.
So now, since all the foils that are gonna be touching her body are gonna get in that heat that she is producing with her body, those foils are gonna be fine. But what about the foils that are on top? I already say that for curly hair, we don't recommend any heat. So what I'm gonna use my extra large processing cup. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the foils that are on top inside the processing cap, and that's gonna insulate a little better.
And help incubate that heat that comes naturally from her head.
Yep.
So, whatever's ready, you guys, you should always be pulling. You know, usually before, I'm gonna admit it, I used to always just foil the hair and just let it sit, but then you get some blonde ass shit down here and some blonde shit up here. But here's the thing, whatever is ready needs to be rinsed. So what we're gonna do is gonna remove the bottom half of the foils because they've lifted to where we want them to be already. And then we're gonna let this sit a little longer, and then we're gonna process to rinse this again, and then we're gonna do our magic.
So here we are back after we rinse her, and you guys can see how beautiful this teasing technique looks on curly hair. So it looks amazing and have a beautiful blend. And what I was looking is just for a little dimension between her curls. So like you can tell, she lifted just to a 7. No problem. Because we pick a magic color to tone or just create something fun for her. What do we pick? Tell me.
We picked a purple. I'd also like to point out that honestly, you could just even leave this as is because the teas, if you can turn your head for me, there's no lines here. This is already blended.
No line
so we chose a purple color to overlay because we're at a level 7. So we're gonna let that sit there. When the purple, when it fades out, she's gonna get like she just got a fresh tone at the bowl. She doesn't have to worry about any too much warmth coming through. So we chose a purple color. And that's why we did that.
And so we're now gonna go ahead and section the hair. So we're basically gonna section the front from the back, and we're gonna start applying the purple on the back. And it would be like you apply any color. The reason we are doing it on wet, or not wet, damp hair, is because we're talking about curly hair. So curly hair is extremely porous. So she really has like a high porosity going on that is crazy. So that means that she's gonna absorb the purple way better wet than if we do it dry.
So like Leysa said, apply, you good? We're using our extra large Colortrak brushes.
So we can move faster, especially when you're working with a lot of hair.
Okay, so now we're gonna let her sit for 20 minutes, and then after 20 minutes, we're gonna rinse her, we're gonna dry her, and we're gonna style her.
Of course, if she was having the black base, we just want to enhance and create dimension, and those curls gonna move so happily. You have to go to colortrak.com or even our social, you know, Leysa Hair and Makeup or
Ricardo Jara Hair.
Yes, and we're gonna share the look there and also at Colortrak. It's gonna be amazing.
Bye, bitches.